The Sea Duck's Journey. Kiao was a sea duck. He had sleek black feathers that shimmered like wet stone. His bill had a patch of bright, sunny yellow. He lived on the great, wide sea. All winter, he floated on the cold, salty waves with his friends. They were a big, bobbing flock of common scotters. When Kale was hungry, he would take a deep breath and disappear. Down, down, down he swam, deep into the green water. He used his strong feet to push himself toward the seabed. He searched for tiny shells and tasty mussels. Then he would pop back up to the surface with a little snack. As winter softened, the days grew longer. The sun felt a little warmer. A feeling deep inside, Kale told him it was time for a change. It was time for a long journey. One morning, the whole flock lifted into the air. Their wings beat together, making a soft whistling sound over the waves. They flew for many days. They followed the shape of the land below. They flew over sandy beaches, green fields, and busy towns. It was a long, tiring flight, but Kale's wings were strong. He was flying toward the place where summer was born. At last, he arrived. The land was flat and wide, with no tall trees. Small, clear pools of fresh water dotted the mossy ground. This was the tundra. Here, he met another scotter. She was a lovely, soft brown, with a pale, creamy patch on her cheek. The female scoter found the perfect spot for a nest. It was hidden in a clump of short, tough plants. She used grass and her own softest down feathers to make a warm, safe cup. Inside, she laid a clutch of smooth, creamy white eggs. She sat on them carefully, keeping them warm from the cool Arctic air. Soon, tiny cracks appeared on the eggs. Little balls of dark, fluffy down pushed their way out. The ducklings were here. Their mother led them straight to the water. They already knew how to swim and peck for tiny insects. Their father, Kiel, had already begun his long flight south, as all male scouters do. The Arctic summer was short but bright. The sun barely set. The ducklings ate and ate, growing bigger and stronger every day. Their mother showed them how to dive for food and how to hide when a shadow passed overhead. Soon, their fluffy down was replaced by real feathers. Kiel was already back on the winter sea. On his journey, he saw something new. Tall, white towers stood in the water, their long arms spinning in the wind. Kiel had to be careful. He changed his path to fly safely around them, calling out to the other birds. Kiel found his old flock, and they floated together on the familiar waves. He had traveled far, and would travel far again next year. The sea and the sky were his home, and all around the world, kind people were learning how to share these spaces, working to keep the ocean clean and the sky safe for the long journeys of the sea ducks.